I do want to point out that this is the first time in the last 4 years that an international president has come to the annual mass membership meeting of TWU Local 100, and for that alone, he deserves our recognition and applause.
I believe that we can regain the stature, the swagger, and the clout that the transport union once had. I believe that we can unite this union once again and become a force of effectiveness for our members. One of our first priorities was to strip down this organization of all its fat and its dead wood. We were spending $3.5 million a year more than we were taking in. And if we had continued to do that, we would not be around very much longer, or we would have been gobbled up by some other national union. We additionally have had major problems in our airline division. We've had ongoing raid attempts and internal organizing attempts. It was tearing the organization apart in the airline division. Several of us in the airline division, and myself and Treasurer Garcia, we have been to Dallas, Tulsa, Las Vegas. We've met with about 8 airline locals over the last 8 weeks, and we are going a long way to giving people in the airline division the opportunity to realize that if we stick together, we can fight together. American Airlines declared bankruptcy 2 years ago. When they declared bankruptcy, they had $4.5 billion in the bank. They have just come out of bankruptcy on Monday and formed the merger with U.S. Airways. And together, they have $7 billion, but they've gotten concessions out of the workers of the TWU through the bankruptcy. In the city of Philadelphia, the public employees, AFSCME workers, have been without contracts for 4.5 years. The general attitude of private sector bosses, of public sector government officials who we elect, they want concessions in health care, pay for it. They want concessions on pensions, contribute more. And they want to do that and tell you they have zeros in wage increases. This is common across the whole country. Too often on the local level, we only look at our struggle in an isolated way, as though it's not a plan, as though it's not been getting implemented year after year after year. We need to stop hurting and fighting one another and start to fight the political leadership of this country that is killing the middle class and the working class. We have to stop fighting non-union people and union people. We have got to take our politics seriously. We cannot continue every election cycle to line up behind some Democrat who says that their third uncle was a shoemaker in Boston 100 years ago and they understand unions, because they don't and they're lying. If a politician comes in to speak to you, if they don't tell you how they're going to advocate for transit issues and your family's issues, tell them to get the hell out of the room. We don't think we can walk on water, and we know we don't have any magic wands, but we're willing to work hard every day. Many naysayers want to be naysayers every day they wake up. They want to criticize, they want to say what somebody else who's trying to do something isn't doing right. I'd like to hear some solutions to our problems from these folks occasionally. I'd like to hear some resolutions to our problems. I don't have to agree with you all, and you don't have to agree with me on everything. But we have to find the common ground that we have and fight together on those issues. You'll never see a friggin' letter signed by me that doesn't back any actions you decide to take. We made that commitment at the convention. A resolution was passed. Our enemies are not in this room. Our enemies are the people who supply the money to the MTA, who come to us for votes and tell us they're on our side. That's who our enemies are. We're going to be here for you. We're going to be here with you. We're going to build the state conferences so that we can become a greater political force. And around this country, we're going to bring TWU together so that we can start to have common actions in cities across this country to highlight the plight of working people, not just union people. Make the rich, greedy bastards realize that we can put some heat on them and make them have to do what's right for us. Thank you very much.